Hello and welcome to another episode of Epic Geek Out, the only show on the internet that actually lives next to Steve Urkel. I'm your host, Chad.
I'm your host, Rob, and today we're going to be reviewing HBO's new show, Family Tree.
As always, you can check us out over at Twitter at Epic Geek Out. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/epicgeekout, and also check out the website, www.epicgeekout.com. But let's get into our review of Family Tree.
So today we're talking about Family Tree, the new show on HBO from Christopher Guest, who is famous for Best in Show, This Is Spinal Tap, things like that. Was also apparently in The Princess Bride, I found out, which is interesting. It's a mockumentary style show, much in the vein of like an Office or that other show I can't think of right now. The family one. Why can't
Modern Family.
Modern Family. Why can't I think? I was like, because there's so many family names now.
Family one with the newish kind of
Family Ties, Family Tree, whatever it is. So many family shows in this style, apparently. But yeah, it's apparently is also improvised completely, which is which
in the
shared.
Christopher Guest nature, it is
awesome.
an improvised. Yeah,
it's an improvised series. It's very like British style, which was interesting for HBO. It's kind of a different direction I feel for a lot of their series. Especially since it's not as scripted as it seems it would be. So basically the story follows this guy, last name Chadwick, I forget his first name, Tom, I think. Tom Chadwick and his family, his sister, who's a little bizarre, with a monkey that talks, apparently, like a ventriloquist type thing. His father and his mother, and it kind of stepmom, and then he actually went to Ireland to be with his mom. So we saw the pilot. Not much in the terms of plot, I guess. The
whole plot is it's kind of a down on luck guy, and he inherits this chest from a great aunt that he didn't know that died, and it gets him to kind of research his family, and it's going to take him.
Each episode is going to be kind of like
he's going to be meeting different family members, and he's going to be like, it's a lot of the Christopher Guest people are going to be in the show. He goes to LA at some point, and it's just an excuse to get them in a room and kind of improv together. I think, and they're all going to be, I'm sure, zany beyond belief. But
awesome. I don't know if I said it stars Chris O'Dowd from Bridesmaids and awesome actor, the IT crowd. This first episode, kind of he finds this photo of his great grandfather. Or so he thinks, and he kind of researches that, and that's kind of the plot of the first episode. Half-hour comedy. What did you think?
So I'm glad that this is on HBO because it can, they can curse, it's a comedy, and it's very unusual, and I don't think that it is for the masses. I wish we got to see maybe 4 or 5 episodes to kind of get more of a feel for it because again the whole pilot syndrome of a show, you don't really get it. I don't think shows really, catch on until maybe second or third season. Do you really like the characters?
And I feel like this one too didn't even really do any character development. It was really just intro the characters and then Chris O'Dowd.
And you kind of meet them. There's kind of a single, interview kind of thing. But it kind of starts off him in a car with his sister B, and there is just a moment that happens, and I just absolutely crack up. She talks through what character called Monkey, which is a puppet that she has, and it's kind of her inner voice. And there were just moments where I was like, "What? This is what they're going for?" And I really enjoyed some of those moments. I wish I saw more. The show kind of just ended abruptly. Didn't really end on a joke. There weren't many jokes per minute. It was kind of more just the awkwardness of these people. His stepmom, I had no idea what's up with her. She was just this odd person. But yeah, I'd say definitely give it a shot if you have HBO. I mean, it's free. It's only 30 minutes. It's definitely going to appeal to a certain niche crowd. But I'm going to stick with it and at least get through season 1 of it to see if it gets its legs and can can move on from the first episode.
Yeah, I think I'm in that other side of the camp. That's okay though. It's
fine.
That super dry British style humor that's awkward and really funny for the sake of being awkward. It's not funny joke, haha funny. It's funny that's super weird and why is that happening on a show funny. I don't know. It's just I love Chris O'Dowd. but just like the plot even was just like dragged, and I was just like, what is this? Like, I don't even care. It's not funny. I don't know what's going on. Just like literally a scene, he's like, oh, I had to put a glove on my head so I look like this guy. Like, it's not. It's just it's literally like the fact that you say now the stress, the emphasis or the improvness of this.
Yeah.
It makes total sense because it's just like stick this guy in a room and see what he does, and then let's film it and pick some scenes and put it into a show. I mean, that to me, that's how it felt. I don't know if that there was a clear direction. They had like the one shtick that this episode was going to be about, and then like let's just make that happen and get there, you know, and let's not. It didn't feel planned out or anything like that. So for me, I wasn't really thrilled with it. I also do not like this kind of humor. I don't like The Office, like the original. So for me, it's not for me, but that's not saying it's not for other people.
Well, I don't think it is for other people though. Like
it's true. It's not a mass appeal show, like you said.
Not.
It's definitely a niche show, I think. But if you like Chris O'Dowd, he is in it. Yeah, he stars in it.
I think he's very likable though. Like he's just kind of this likable. Not curmudgeon's not the right word, but like he's just this like kind of goofy, likable guy, and
almost tragic a little bit, just because he's so like. Yeah, and it's just,
like when he was just describing what he did and how it spelled out claim. Like I mean, there are just some awkward moments, but
and then there was a friend in it who was like really underdeveloped and just kind of like appeared and it was just like weird and and it seems like in the upcoming episodes there might be someone else, another friend that's introduced, and I don't know. Well, again, probably be a great show to watch a couple episodes before we reviewed, just because I feel like again you just really got to intro the characters here. I feel like with another episode, I wouldn't have to like find out who everybody is and how they're related, and I could just kind of focus on the humor part of it. But for this one, kind of left me hanging a little bit.
Yeah, and I can see that. But if you do want to check it out, it's available on demand also through HBO Go, and that is The Family Tree.
So it's that time of the episode where we like to give some thanks and share some geek awesome stuff with you. Rob, what's your thanks today?
I picked up a new iPhone game. Apparently it's not new to everyone, but it's new to me. Candy Crush. It's kind of like...
It's the devil.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a very addictive personality when it comes to iPhone games. Temple Run 2 kind of annoyed me with something, so I dropped that game because I achieved everything in it, so I stopped playing. But Candy Crush is this really easy-to-follow game. It's... you'll have a board and you have different achievements. You have to complete in a certain amount of time and a certain amount of moves, things like that. And you just have to match up different candies and
it's almost like Bejeweled a little.
Yeah, it kind of exactly. But it's interesting art style with it. Really enjoying it, and it just passes the time. So if you haven't picked it up yet, pick up Candy Crush.
I get so mad when there's like something I don't get. I'm like, what is that? What do I have to do with it?
I recently got to a level and I am livid at it. I cannot beat it. So
that's crazy. So I'm gonna thank something that is a blast from the past, and we never got to talk about it on the show. But 24 is one of my favorite shows of all time, most favorite shows, and they just announced today officially that they're making a drama event, I believe is what they're calling them now on Fox. They're trying these new kind of things, which is kind of refreshing to see.
Like the following, where they're doing like short
series.
Seasons.
Yeah, it's like 12 episodes.
So it'll now be called 12.
It's not really. It's actually called 24 Live Another Day, and it's going to basically be the...
Is that a James Bond movie?
It's Die Another Day, actually. Basically, the original premise of 24 is it's real time, so there's 24 episodes. Each episode is an hour long, represents an hour of real time. But the new series is going to be 12 episodes, still real time, so like an hour will be an hour in real time, but they're going to skip...
It's kind of it's like the top 10 of 24.
Exactly. They're gonna basically cut out all the moles and the filler and all that stuff and make one awesome.
So Chloe is
12 hours of Jack Bauer awesomeness. So I'm super excited.
It'll be good.
I love the show. I was one of those binge watching shows where I watched the first 4 seasons and then I just was on board, and then you picked up like a little bit into it. So great. I'm really excited.
Every episode. I mean,
yeah, but I don't think you watched all the original seasons, did you? Did you?
Yeah.
Nice. So I am really excited. It's going to be debuting next year, so 2014. But I can't believe it's real. It's so crazy.
Jack Bauer's back.
So make sure you check back next week. We're going to be back with some more episodes. We got Star Trek coming up. I'm super excited about it. So check back for that. Thanks for watching this episode, as always, and we'll see you next time.